I wanted to get to another thing. We've got a lot of home buyers that will contact us, and they're interested in buying condos, and financing condos. Now, condos for cash people are, there's a lot of people that buy condos cash, that buy them for rentals, investment property, future appreciation. But one of the challenges with condos is the ability to get them financed with lower down payments. If you're a person out there today and you're a first-time home buyer, or you're a veteran, military, and have access to a VA loan, you can buy a property for as little as no money down to 3.5% down. The problem with condos, and we get people call us all the time, hey, there's this $50,000 condo, I'm a first-time buyer, I want to buy it and get it financed. 99% of the condos in Tampa Bay don't have the FHA certification. So you cannot get an FHA loan on a condo because something to do with either the insurance, rules in the association, occupancy, number of foreclosures. There's a whole mix of variety that FHA and HUD look at to determine if that condo complex gets FHA certification. And generally, if a condo has FHA certification, they're good to go VA too. So if there's a condo out there and you're interested in buying it, the likelihood of it being able to be financed with that low down payment is very, very, very slim. And a lot of the time, the condo boards, and I saw a release about this, the condo boards aren't doing what needs to be done to position the community to get it acceptable to FHA or VA. So there's a big push right now. The National Association of Realtors, the Florida Association of Realtors are really out there kind of, as a public service announcement, telling people that are on boards of condos, hey, look, know what these rules are and do your best within the governance of your community to get them in place, because you're hurting your owner's ability to sell and people's ability to buy by limiting it to an audience of only people that have a certain amount of money down, because otherwise you've got to get at least 20-25% down in a lot of instances to buy a condo. Sometimes you can do lower. There are programs out there where you can do lower, but you got mortgage insurance and some of the other things, but there's a big push to open those up, because there's so many inexpensive condos in Tampa Bay that would be perfect for first-time home buyers, because condo prices got depressed so bad. But the condo association itself has to be kind of in the right place. And if you're curious about what the list is, I can put it up on our Facebook page. We can put a link to show you what condos in Tampa are approved for FHA and VA financing for those first-time home buyers or military buyers out there. But go to our Facebook fan page, which is facebook.com/The Duncan Duo Show, and like our fan page, and I'll post the link up there. Off the top of my head, I know like Sky Point, Harbor Place City Homes on Harbor Island is one that's approved. But Fair Oaks at one point on Del Mabry was approved at one point. I don't know if they still are, but there's very few condos that you can get those those lower down payments on. And it really, not only does it hurt the appreciation and the value because you're shrinking the buyer pool, but it hurts people's ability to sell too, because if they bought during, the period when you could get easier financing on condos, and now they're selling when it's harder, their buyer pool is shrunk. And condo values tend to trail single family values in terms of when they recover. And I think condos are a great investment opportunity for people that are thinking about buying investments, because I do believe that once a lot of these condo boards and a lot of FHA and VA, a lot of the money for condos starts to loosen up a little bit, the values on condos are going to rise and start to compare to single family homes again. But you can drive in South Tampa, for example, and be in a neighborhood with condo prices at 50, 60, 70,000, and right across the street's a single family for 300 grand. That's a big disparity from a price per square foot standpoint. That will start to even off over time when the money loosens up on condos. But if you're on a condo board, definitely know what the rules and regulations are to get FHA approval. Look into that, because you're going to help the values in your community. You're going to help the people that live there. You're going to help on a lot of fronts. So,
one of the things that we've seen a lot lately, Andrew, is that we've seen some communities that are condo communities, but they're run by a homeowners association. Mm-hmm. Does that affect it? Because I know it affects the insurance side of things.
It does, and again, if it's run by a homeowners association, it should, and again, so they're charging money. So a condo board that's just, a group, let's say it's 20 units, and there's 3 or 4 people that are on the board, 3 or 4 people that run it, that could have other professions, you know, that may not be experienced at how to run a business or whatnot. When it's run by an HOA, it's what they do for a living. They should be more advanced and able to run it more effectively and efficiently. It's not always the case, but they should be, and in that case, they should be more likely to be able to get that association into, you know, a position to be, you know, up for approval. So